Hello, Julie here and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am very happy that you have joined me here today. I'm going to be creating a layout for the Cybercrop at Mystical Scrapbooks for this month of March. The Cybercrop for this month is a mood board and there are 3 to choose from. I'll put a link in the description box below that will take you to the challenge, and you could check out all of the mood boards and maybe have a go at any one or perhaps even all of them. So I've created a layout using the colours as my inspiration from this mood board. The paper collection I'm using for this layout is from Studio 73 and it's the Timekeeper collection. The first piece I'm going to use is this Feathery Friends, and I'm going to fussy cut the right hand side of the paper out. I'm going to use that down one side of my background. I'm also going to fussy cut some pieces from the sheet that's called Tags and Shape Cuts. So I'm going to cut some tags and some banner shapes from that one. And for my background sheet, I'm going to use the one that's called Clock Keeper. The pinks, mauves and blues in this paper collection, while they're a little paler, more of a pastel of the colours, they're the same colour range that are in the mood board. I'm going to use this Crafters Workshop stencil called Tiled Texture. It's one of the stencils that I use very, very frequently. I get lots and lots of use out of this stencil. I'm going to use my Deco Foil Transfer Gel Duo to apply, and my palette knife to apply a coat of that through the stencil. And I'm going to put that all over the background. Just fill the whole stencil in and move that so that it can cover the whole sheet. I'm going to add, the reason I'm applying this is because I want to add some foil to my background, make it a bit more interesting. It goes on white, and when it's dry and ready to have the foil added, it turns clear, so it's really easy to use. I love using it and I always get terrific results with it. So now I'm going to set that aside to dry naturally. I'm using 2 6x4 photos of my daughter and granddaughter, and I have used an emery board to file around the edge of each of those photos. Once I've done that, I'm going to mat them onto that mauve cardstock. My transfer gel is dry now and it's clear, and I'm going to add my foil. Now this foil that I'm using, I've got no idea what brand it is. I've had it for probably 20 years. And so now I'm going to add it purely by laying it over the gel area and then just rubbing with my finger. Now I'm going to use 2 different sorts of foil on this sheet. I'm going to use this purpley blue one. So this is a, I don't know what you'd call it, sort of like an iridescent, and it's got the purple and blue colours in it. And I'm also going to use a gold one. The gold foil is by Fab Foil. I love the look of the 2 different foils on the one page. Now, as I said, that sheet that I'm using for the background is called Clock Keeper. I'm going to trim that down to 11.5 inches square and then ink around the edge of it with my black ink cube. Then attach that to a 12x12 piece of pink cardstock. The piece that I have fussy cut from Feathery Friends, I have inked around the edge of that and attached cardboard to the back of it. Or you can use cardboard or foam or whatever. I just seem to have so much scrappy chipboard pieces or cardboard from packaging from boxes that I've received. I just tend to use that. I find that the foam tape does compress more, and the back is sometimes quite tricky to get off the foam tape. So I've just reverted to using cardboard. So that's what I'm doing. I've attached the cardboard to the back of it, and now I'm just going to use my art glitter glue to attach that to the side of my page. I'm using two 6x4 photos on this page, plus I've got another one that's about 1 3/4 inches square that I've also matted on the same mauve cardstock as the bigger photos. I'm just going to play around with my positioning of those two photos and then use double-sided tape to attach them to the page. As it works out, I was a bit too eager to get them attached down, and I end up having to take them half up again, but anyway, I did attach them at this stage. So this is where I realised that I needed to have my photos not stuck down, because I wanted to tuck these tags in under the side of the photo. Yes, well, so I have to peel the photo half up and work out how I want to position my tags. I am also going to use some Memory Maze crisscross hearts. One crisscross heart. It comes with the bigger hearts in there and the smaller heart. I used one of each, and I've used the same technique to apply the gold foil to the heart or to both hearts. And I'm also going to use for my title a Dusty Attic, a piece of chipboard that's from Mini Captions #1, and with that I have heat embossed it with black embossing powder, but we'll get to that. I could have just cut each one of the tags to a different length and just sort of tucked them under the edge of the photo, but I was playing around with how I wanted them to sit. I didn't want them sitting in a straight line. I wanted them sort of staggered, and it seemed to be too hard at the time to try and work all that out. So anyway, I did it the way that I did it, and that's how it is now. So it's all back down and looks fine. So just a little reminder here that if you're enjoying my video, I'd love it if you would give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow, and I'd really like to see it grow a bit. Also, if you're not already a subscriber, I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel. And yeah, all I can say is thank you for watching my video, and I hope you really enjoy it. Now that I've decided where I want to put my tags, I'm going to use my crocodile and put a black eyelet on each one of those tags. I'm just going to do one on camera, and I will do the rest off camera. I tossed up whether to use some pink and mauve ribbon or this black and white baker's twine. I went with the baker's twine because with all of those tags on there, I thought that if I used ribbon it would be just too much. So I'm going with the baker's twine because it's finer and it doesn't stand out as much. It's not so much in your face, and but it's still something of interest on there, some texture. So I'm going to add the baker's twine to each one of those tags. Once again, I'll just do one on screen and I'll do the rest off camera. I've stuck all of those tags under the photo now and stuck the photo back down into place, so that's all settled. Now I'm going to attach the two tags on the front right bottom section of the layout. I'm using double-sided tape for the bigger one, which is on the bottom, and then I'm going to put some cardboard behind the smaller one and sort of stagger that over the top of the bigger one. I'm going to use my glue to attach that smaller photo up the top on the right hand side, where I actually tore the paper when I was applying the foil, so that photo will be very handy to cover up that damaged paper there. Now I'm going to use my glue to attach that title I'm going to use. It's, as I said, it's Chipboard from Dusty Attic from the pack called Mini Captions number 1. I heat embossed it with black embossing powder, so just my clear embossing ink and then black embossing powder, and I applied about 2 or 3 coats of the embossing powder so that I got a nice domed finish to it. And now I'm going to attach that and the small gold foiled heart to the layout, and I think that's just about it. Oh no, I'm going to attach that larger heart on top of the tags. As I said, it's from the Memory Maze Crisscross Hearts chipboard set. So that does finish my layout for today. Once again, thank you for watching my video, and don't forget I will have a link below to the challenge that this layout is for over at Mystical Scrapbooks. Also, I'll put a link to the products I've used, if they're still available, in the description box below as well. And don't forget that thumbs up, and if you're not already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Thank you.